Welcome back. It's another Transformational Tuesday. And on top of that, it's Holy Week. So today I would like to reflect on the life of Jesus as we remember and celebrate the death, burial, and his resurrection. Jesus is an instrumental figure in the life of the Christian believer, and we strive daily to live by the example that he set. The documentation found in the Bible shows a life lived in submission to God. Jesus bore the same problems that we do, and he even experienced grief as we do. And that's documented in John chapter 11 when we read the story of his friend Lazarus who died. Yet all that he experienced, he remained obedient to God and to his assignment. In the passage found in John chapter 11, verse 3 really stuck out to me. And this is coming from the NIV version. And it reads, "So the sister sent word to Jesus, 'Lord, the one you love is sick.'" Now the sister's emotional pull to have him return was because they knew that if Jesus would come, their brother's outcome may be different. Now, their faith was unwavering in Jesus. So verse 5 even shows even more about their relationship. It reads, "Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus." But verse 6 goes on to state that they stayed 2 more days, even though he heard that Lazarus was sick. But we just read that Jesus loved them. Yet his assignment was more important. In verse 4, Jesus stated, "This sickness," speaking of Lazarus, "will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it." And that was the assignment. Jesus had to sacrifice his feelings, the pull of Lazarus' sisters, and even deal with the disciples' fear of his death by returning to Judea. I say all this to remind you that whatever life challenges you may be facing, there is no place that you can go that Jesus will not find you. Lazarus was sick and he died. Jesus still found him and resurrected Lazarus. You may feel that your life is so far gone that you cannot come to Jesus, but you can. In John chapter 14, verse 6, it states that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the only way to the Father. Read Philippians chapter 2, verse 10 and 11. The truth is revealed through belief in him. See John chapter 8, verse 31 and 32. And he is the life. We can only truly begin to live when we know Jesus Christ. So in closing this week, I encourage you to reflect on the opportunity that Jesus' sacrifice has afforded us. Don't live a life not worthy of the sacrifice. Reflect and remember. Then commit to walking more closely to the example he has given us. We can overly complicate this work because we refuse to obey, or we override where the Holy Spirit is leading us. Think about how much different our lives would be if Jesus had not sacrificed his will that we may have this life. There is nothing more important in this life that can take precedence to your relationship with Jesus. Paul urges us in Romans chapter 12, verse 1, to offer our bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship.